guest, Tjibaria, double comma club winner, exceptional educator. Hi, Tjibaria. How are you?
How
I'm
you
good.
doing,
Thank you so much,
Tjibaria?
Carlos. So excited to be here. Guys, these guys are incredible, which you already know because you're here watching the channel. But I'm just very grateful to be here with you guys today. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Glad to have you. So, oh, Carlos, you're muted, man. Technical difficulties. Time to drink. Nope. Still can't hear you. So let's.
I'm back. I'm back.
Nice,
Right?
nice, nice.
I
Yes.
love the hat. We says obey. What are we
Yes.
obeying?
Well, you know what? Love is the only law to obey. So I obey love. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I
That's
would say.
what's up.
I love it. So,
That's a
Tjibaria, for
lyric,
all of our
by the way.
listeners, oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. For all of our listeners out there, Tjibaria, who
Mhm.
are you and what do you do?
I am an alien and I like to do alien superstar things on Earth. No, I'm just kidding. So basically, I'm an entrepreneur. I love to allow people to scale it up with automation, with sales, and all of those types of things. So in the last couple of years, I was happy, blessed, and excited to go and help so many businesses all around the world to do exactly that. So yeah, I like to help people.
Awesome. Awesome. Love it. So, where are you currently located?
I'm currently located on planet Earth. No, sorry. I'm being
Again,
very.
with the alien thing, I love
I
it.
haven't even had my whiskey yet, and I'm already. No, just kidding. But
That's all.
I'm in the UK. Soon to be moving to Dubai, which I'm super excited for. But yeah.
Nice. Nice, nice. All right. So, Tabari, tell us a little bit about your business, the name of your business, and your mission and vision for your business.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for asking, by the way. And once again, thank you for having me. So, the name of the business is called, well, one of my businesses is called Freedom Lifestyle Creators because we want to help people to be able to achieve freedom in their lives. Because so often, and I don't know if you guys resonate with this, people are being confined or they're kind of strapping themselves thinking that certain things aren't possible for them and thinking that they should settle for a life that is way less than they know they should get or that they deserve, and therefore they never even end up pursuing a beautiful dream, and that stops them for the rest of their lives. So what we like to do is to allow people to really think outside of the box and then have education to be able to not just think about a wonderful thing to execute. Let's say you're very passionate about coaching, how do you then develop a coaching business, but then also being able to have the tools, the strategies, and the support to scale that and be able to reach people all around the world and make freaking good money in the process. So
That's
that's
awesome.
what
I
we do.
love all that.
Nice.
So,
Thank
so
you.
you are located in the UK, but you work with
Yes.
anybody and everybody around the world.
Yes, correct. That's true. And soon to be different planets as well. So we're
Different
still working on
planets.
the
Okay.
connection.
It keeps coming back. I like it.
She keeps coming back. She loves alien. So let me ask you something. How do you do this? I mean, it's amazing. You know, in order to be able to work, not be confined to a city or
Mhm.
to a county, especially in the
Yeah,
US, since we are in the United States and you are in the
yeah.
UK.
Mhm.
How are you able to accomplish this?
Yeah, with tools such as the internet, like what you guys do. You guys are so
Awesome.
incredible online. I don't know, for anybody who's not yet following these guys, make sure to do so because I love your content, and you guys are an
Awesome.
exact example of doing exactly that. So by means
Yeah.
of just having your phone, having your laptop, you can connect with people, and that's ultimately what business is about. So if you are able to just consistently connect with people and have a conversation and truly show that you care, then
Yeah.
that's the basis of all business, which I know you guys stand for as well, because you guys are the ones that change lives. I absolutely love what you do, and I'm very blessed to be working with you guys as well.
No, no, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. But you know, we are nothing with somebody like you. You are the person that actually gives life to a lot of companies because
Mm,
we could have the best product out there. But if
mm,
nobody knows about it, if
yeah.
you're not in the middle actually helping us out
Mm,
for us to get our message out, how
mm,
can we actually improve and change people's lives? So
yeah.
you are an essential leg of what we call part of the foundation of a business when it comes
Mm,
down to marketing, when it comes down to sales. I mean, this is something that you have been able to master.
mm,
How do you get to this? I mean, what was your past life, and how do you get to what you do today? How did your
yeah.
company come about, and what's your, because we see that you're passionate, you are crazy passionate about what you do. So how do you come about what you do? What is it? Hula
So
hoop,
yeah.
hula hoop.
Woo! Yeah, thank you guys.
There we go.
Look, it's actually really crazy as well. 7 years ago, I was doing my PhD in astrophysics, and I was, studying
Wait,
stars.
hold on. Did you say
Now, wait a
astrophysics?
second.
So now I know where the aliens come from, right?
Yes.
There we go. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I was basically, my parents have always so supported me and my brother and my sister in our education, and I've been able to go get lots of degrees, and in the final stage of that, I was doing my PhD in astrophysics, so studying how star clusters are formed. So I was doing, that sort of research, but I
Yeah.
realized while I was doing that, I actually had 5 more months before I was to become a doctor in astrophysics, but I realized that as much as I enjoyed the excitement of it, it didn't feel like that was what I wanted to do, because my parents had always set the example of helping people and being able to allow people to become proud of who they are and be able to do whatever they want to realize in life. And that had made such an impact on me that I wanted to also, like, be in their footsteps to help people. And I realized in order to really help people on a massive scale, you have to get good at the money game. So ever since, like, the final year of my PhD, I was like looking at things. I was looking up Ty Lopez, like all of that sort of stuff. And then all of a sudden, I found an event. I found a Facebook ad, basically, which is very ironic, because I was like, oh, that is so funny. How did that ad find me? But obviously it was
Yeah.
targeted for the things that I looked for. But at that time, it was an event that I went to. It was next to my house. It was free. And there I saw my mentor, then to become mentor. And I was just like,
Right.
man, this is incredible. I have to do it. And I don't know if you guys have ever felt something similar, where you feel like it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. If you don't do it now, then when are you ever going to do it? And when I felt that way, I just took that leap. I went to my parents. I asked if they could help me. I borrowed money. I went to the bank and I asked for to top up my study loan. And then I had the money together. I invested in myself, quit my PhD. And then in working with my mentor, Master Sri Akashna, I don't know if you guys know him. He's a big celebrity entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And he basically taught so well that within 3 weeks, I was able to make 70,000. And then within
Wow.
18 months, being able to get, the Two Comma Club award, which you make for getting
Nice. Yeah.
a
That's
million.
awesome.
But then I realized, hey, wait a second. I always used to think that business was difficult, none of which is true.
Yeah.
And so then at that moment, it was like, okay, let's help other people realize that too, because I have no business background. I had no idea about how these things work. But actually, the essence of it is exactly what you guys stand for. It is about helping people, making a difference, allowing people to realize that they have something that they can bring to the world, basically. And from there, everything started rolling. And, we had different events all around the world, online, that sort of stuff. And yeah, just really love what we get to do, because we get to allow people to see that they can create freedom, no matter what your background is, no matter where you are. Doesn't matter. Maybe some people are already making a lot of money, but they want to make more,
Yeah.
and also create more time freedom so they can spend time with their families. Everything is possible as long as you don't stop yourself from, from doing it, basically, which is what you guys, that's why I like you guys, because you guys stand for that as well. So
Yes.
yeah.
No, so you said something key right there. You said something about not having money and not being you thinking that making money was easy or not easy for a lot of people. But a lot
Yeah.
of people have the thinking of money is the root of evil.
Yeah.
Obviously, not having money,
Mm.
it is the root of all evil, because with money, then you can change the world. And that's what
Yeah.
you're
Give back to
proving
your
right here.
community. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is something that we like to preach too. You need to
Mm.
be able to have the assets in order to be able to now affect your community, affect the world.
Yeah.
If you have a message, you need money no matter what. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
that's the platform that is going to give you, just like leadership.
Yeah.
When you become a leader, a position is just a platform for you to become a leader, not the
Mm.
leadership, not the leadership position.
Yeah.
So money will help you. And in this
Mhm.
case, that's when we come in place, and that's why we talk about funding all the time. And
Yeah.
actually, the chat is blowing up. People are loving, people are
Yes.
loving you. People are sharing a lot. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Hi, everybody. Hi. We actually the funny thing that happened today. We were about to broadcast
Mhm.
in TikTok, but our
Yeah.
TikTok got blocked.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason got blocked, but we'll have access to it tonight. So, but we're not broadcasting on TikTok today, but in
Yeah.
every other platform. But it's
Mm-hmm.
blowing up, and you'll see a lot of them. Everybody's saying hi, T. You are superlative, very true. They're loving you.
So
So
sweet.
thank you for being here today. So one of the
Thank
main
you.
things that you preach is about marketing. Can
Mm.
you tell the person, that the new person that is coming into business. We talk about business funding, obviously, some whiskey, salud. So marketing. So marketing is one of the legs of business. What is marketing?
Oh, 1 second.
Sure, we lost her.
Oh, she's
Good.
back.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's a Superman, and then the super lady too.
Yes.
All right, so
Yeah, so
marketing. Let's talk
Tjibaria,
about
back to that
marketing.
question, one of the big things that we've come across with businesses that we help is that, including ourselves, basically everybody out there who's operating on they're doing their own thing is terrible at marketing, right? They think, cool, hey, let's just put out a website and hope that we get some traction, hope that we get people to click on our website. And so a lot of people aren't really familiar with exactly what marketing is. So for maybe that person who's just coming into a business or even been operating their business for a while, but they're just not seeing the traction that they want to. Can you define marketing for us?
Yes, I will. Let me just grab an example. Marketing right here. Basically, the first thing with marketing is capturing people's attention. And why I grab my puppy, Katie, is because that's one of the ways how you can grab attention. So you can grab attention with cute, sweet animals, or you can do it by means of seeing other things that people really, really like, or even more powerfully by being yourself authentically and allowing people to repeatedly see you. So in essence, what marketing is the process where you get to form that relationship with people, because at the end of the day, people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So what marketing does, and the way how you get to use your social platforms, but also how you can take it one step further to a platform that you control, not the Mark Zuckerbergs or the pages and that sort of people, but where you have to control. That's the second step. But in essence, what you want to do is being able to allow people to see that you care, that you're trustworthy, and that you have a way of bringing them some value, whether that means solving their problem, like what you guys do. No matter, and that, for everyone watching this, whether it's on my channels or on these guys' channels, if you want to be able to grow your business, and sometimes you have that feeling like, oh, I'm not sure if I have enough money, or I don't have the funding or credit or whatever, speak to these guys, follow these guys. I'm telling you, I work with them firsthand. They're incredible. Their system is mind-blowingly amazing. Anyone wants to be involved with these guys. So I just want to quickly say that. But that's value, absolute value. And you guys solve people's problems. You allow people that think that they are not able to scale to the next level to show them, hey, you can. Because here's the thing: so often, and I did a rant on one of my channels before about so many times people, they want to achieve great things, but they think that they can't do it. Therefore, they stop themselves. But what I love about what you guys do is you basically show people, like, wait a second, you can do it. There's just some information that is missing. You guys are the missing link towards people that want to scale in their businesses, but they just don't know about funding ways or unconventional funding, or basically ways to repair their credit and all these sort of stuff, which is incredibly important. But we don't learn that in school, right? So the idea of marketing is allowing people to see that, okay, I can connect with you. I can show you that I authentically really care about you, and I can bring value to you so that you can get to the next level. And what is the problem with that is a lot of the time people are like, okay, I'm going to do marketing. I'm going to go live. Let me say something. Hey, hey, hey. And then for 2 days, they're excited, but then all of a sudden it dies down. But you have to be consistent. And again, that's what I like about you guys, because every single time I check your pages, there's new content there. You're consistent. You're always providing that value. So that's the first part of marketing. The second part of marketing is allowing you to then take your relationship to another level. Let's say first you are, liking one another, and then you say, hey, let's go steady. Let's go and have more depth to the relationship. In other words, you are finding a lot of people on your social channels, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it may be. And then you say, okay, let us take it to another place where I can bring you more value. For instance, they sign up for an ebook, and then you share that with them, and then you can contact them more and allow them to go further in their journey. So that's basically what it does. You allow people to see that with you, they can go from A to B. And yeah, that's what I feel it is in a nutshell.
I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, Tjibaria, first and foremost, thanks for the shout outs, but I want to know, let's say that there's a brand new business watching us right now, right? They're like, oh, what can I do today? What's something I can do easily, that I don't need to be a marketing whiz, something that I can do to help increase engagement or traffic right away? How would you answer that question?
Okay, I think the biggest tip that I can say is for everybody to follow you guys. Because if you follow you guys, you'll be sorted. That's number one. So follow Credit Ascendance, follow Carlos, follow Brock. That's number one. But in terms of what can you do, just take action. Grab your phone, post something.
Yeah.
Whether that's a quote, whether that's a video, it doesn't have to be perfect. Because the truth of the matter is even when all these people are watching this video right now or in the replay, they're only going to watch a certain percentage of it. They're not going to watch the entire thing because ain't nobody got time for that. But here's the thing.
Nobody got time for that.
It's true, right? But they see our faces. So they see our faces and that contributes. So if you're consistent, it's more important than being frequent. But then if you can do both, obviously even better. But the most important thing is that you just be with the people. That's what we always say. Be with the people. Because at the end of the day, you want to help people. That's what entrepreneurship is about. You need to be in front of the people so that you can understand what they're going through, truly connect with them, and then say, hey, take my hand. I'm going to help you. But you can't do that if you're invisible. So grab your phone, post something, and be consistent at that. Do it every day. Take a few minutes per day. Just put out that effort. One day it's a quote. Another day it's a selfie photo with a puppy. Another day it's like you behind the scenes. The other day is like flexing the biceps, right? Whatever it may be, right? But allow people to see who's the real Brock, who's the real Carlos, so that they say, hey, these guys are trustworthy. And by the way, I'll tell you, these guys are trustworthy. They're absolutely incredible.
Is your marketing right here? What do you think?
Yes, everything with 4 legs is good marketing.
So
no, but it's amazing. Go ahead, Brock. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask, right? So, that's one thing that somebody can do. Is there such a thing as bad practices when it comes to marketing?
Yeah, not doing it.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay.
Yeah.
And again, something that we have learned too is that, sales, people talk about sales, but I think marketing is senior to sales. If you don't do marketing, there won't be no sales, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct when I say that statement?
Yeah, it's funny because within our amazing team, we always have that funny fight because I love sales even more than marketing.
Yeah.
But then again, if you really look at it, it's the same thing. It's just a different execution. So marketing is sales as well, because you allow people to see, hey, this is something that can help you forward. But it's just like when you're actually doing transactional sales, that step comes later. But marketing is also sales because you're selling them onto you being a person that is worthwhile connecting with and allowing you to take your journey further.
Mm-hmm. So are there any specific channels that you would advise a business to really focus on? Like more important than any other channels?
Yeah, I think anywhere where there's a lot of people. So basically Facebook is I would say that because there's so many users there, Instagram, so many users there, TikTok, so many users there. But we always say keep it simple, because if you're trying to be Gary Vee or you're trying to be the credit assassins in the first year, you can't do it because you guys are everywhere and consistent as well. And a lot of the time people don't realize that big guys like you guys have a marketing team. You have you put a lot of thought behind it and you've got the experience. So in the beginning, it's better if you just pick 2 channels and then be consistent at that first. So I would say Facebook, pretty much everyone is on Facebook. Instagram, these are my 2 favorites, but you also have YouTube. There's so many others. I made most of my impact and also money by being on Facebook and Instagram, but different people have different stories. So it's like what resonates with you.
That's awesome. So in all of the business, I mean, in all of the years that you've been in business, I know you got to have some great experiences. I know you used to be in the US too, right? You worked in the US for a while and now you're in the UK. Tell us one of the best stories that you ever had in marketing by itself, because I hear so many of them, but I wanted to hear one from you. I wanted to see like what's in your purse, like one of the best stories that you ever had when it comes down to marketing.
Okay, I don't know if it's the best, but it's definitely one that has stuck by me because I was making almost a huge mistake. So this is like it's quite. I think it's quite funny, but at the time it was not funny. So basically, when I invested in myself and I started to learn and start to grow myself in the business arena, at some point I started to learn Facebook marketing, and that stuff is incredible, right? But at that time, there was like, I don't know if you guys know Tim Han. He's a founder of Success Insider, very successful entrepreneur,
Okay.
and then Master Akashna, and we were basically doing collaboration together. And so we were having a big event, and we had, I think, Tony Robbins' Jared Robbins coming there, like a lot of big speakers. So we
Wow.
were running ads with huge budgets. And there
Wow.
was little me starting with my marketing journey, like, oh, I'm going to go on Facebook promoting my webinar. And then I was like, I made a small mistake because I was still a rookie. So I was like, oh, I'm going to launch my ad. And then first message I got, my ad was disapproved. I was like,
Ooh.
something must be wrong. Let me try again. I again did it. And I got another text. Oh, that something is wrong. Let me try again. And so I basically made the mistake that when it gets disapproved, I was posting exactly the same thing. And then the third time, I was almost about to press, and I was in a Facebook chat with Master Akashna and Tim Han. And then at that point, Tim Han was saying, stop, because I almost got the entire account shut down where all these
Wow.
huge ads was running. And at the time, I was sitting in my room, I was like, uh-oh. I made a oopsie, almost made an oopsie. Nothing
Yeah.
happened, luckily. But then that really taught me that, well, the power of mentors, the power of learning and implementing at the same time. But really, listen to your mentors, ask questions, and allow yourself to learn. But also, don't be afraid to make mistakes, because of that story, I pivoted some things, and therefore a lot of marketing success came after that as well. So I like that story because I thought it was so humiliating but funny at the same time. But yeah, it taught
No,
me
no,
some good
that's all.
lessons.
That's
I hope
awesome.
it was
Sometimes, yeah,
good.
sometimes the bigger teachings in life, it teaches the most, the best lessons that we can learn
Yeah,
from and teach others. Because I mean that's amazing right there. I didn't know that if you keep submitting the same ad over and over, you could get your ad account shut down. I mean
yeah.
that's good to know. I learned something today too.
Check. That's
Oh my
Check.
gosh.
But you know what?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So I mean,
Yeah.
how long have you been doing the whole marketing business?
Mm,
What is the trajectory right now
yeah.
within your business?
So you mean in terms of my personal journey, or
Yeah, your personal journey with marketing
yeah,
and everything. I mean,
yeah,
because you learn. I mean, you definitely whiz at this. You know a lot of the ins and out. I mean, I personally got to say, and I got to give you so much credit to what you know, and you helped our company, and you were like the first company of all of the companies that we ever been with that literally took the time to figure out our message, what we do, how we do it, what is our avatar, how can we define it, because we are in a specific niche that a lot of businesses need, but when you
mm,
hear our name, a lot of people think it's completely different. A lot of people
yeah,
think that we're in the credit repair business. A lot of people
mm,
think that we deal with consumers when we don't. We have nothing to do with it. We
yeah,
help businesses to develop the business credit, and we get them lending.
yeah,
But you took the time to understand that, and you took the time to figure out
mm,
how we should talk to our clientele, our customer. So I gotta say that you definitely know, and not only you know marketing, but you know how to communicate about marketing, and you know how to communicate to your customer, but also through our client.
mm.
What was the whole process of you getting to where you are right now? Are you a fast learner, or a lot of this was because of trial and error?
First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate your kind
No, no,
words,
thank you,
and
thank you.
um, I am a fast learner.
Yeah,
I love learning, but I'm also an extremely fast implementer. And I think
got
what
it.
has been part of the reason of a lot of success, with trial and error as well, but a lot of success, is that um, my parents taught me to be fearless in a way. So
Yeah.
I really don't care what other people say, as long as
Mhm.
I obviously do good things. So we have got the saying, is like, do whatever good it takes. So you do the things, you do good things, you help people. You're not gonna be like, oh, elbow work and hurt other people, like, not in that way. But I don't care if people think I'm cool or not cool, or nice or not nice. That stuff I don't care. I also don't care if people think that I'm failing, because I know what I'm doing and I know where I'm going to. So I think the fact that um, I do learn quick, but I also implement quick without the fear of making a mistake or failing. I think that has been very helpful. But also, I think the fact that I learned sales first. So when I went into business, I first learned sales from Master Akash. And I was going with him to all of his business meetings, literally could observe. Then, so many time on the phone, getting all the rejections possible in the world, and like literally learning the sales game first. And I guess that has allowed the marketing game to be so much more easy, because when you're on the phone speaking to people, you learn something about people. You understand that even though we have our differences, we have so much more in common, actually. And once you realize and see the patterns in that, online marketing and communication becomes so much easier, because literally what you're doing is you're looking at yourself and say, okay, when I sit down with a person, and this is actually quite funny because not many people realize this. But when you sit down with a person and you're having a conversation and that person asks you for help, you can help the person most of the time, right? People know, okay, when I sit down with a person that comes for advice, I know how to give advice. I know how I can do something there. But that is multipliable or expandable. And so what we really want to do with marketing, and what we sit down with our clients to really establish, is, okay, what is the essence of what I can do for others? What is
Yeah.
the essence of how I can help people? And then how can you take that essence and eternalize it with automation? So, for instance, when you have to go and have a conversation with people one by one, it takes a lot of your time. Yes, you can do it, but it's not scalable. So, how can you take that part of the conversation to something where, for instance, people watch a video from you and you having part of the conversation there's the written word, there's some things that people can do, and then that takes them to the next step, where there is then more ground covered already, so that it costs less time for you. So that's one part of the equation. The second part of the equation is that people have to realize, if you go in business, you got to make money, because otherwise the business is not going to survive. You may be doing some nice work for a couple of months, but then at some point you go back to your job because it's not sustainable. So when you go into it, you have to be very efficient about it. So you need to ask yourself, okay, who can I help? In principle, you guys can help the entire world. But the question is, if you go after the entire world, you're not going to be as effective as you can be. So what people will want to do is, you want to say, okay, who can I help? But what is the most efficient route? How can I allow to find those people that really are ready to go and work with me? And that's the process that we take people through, because that way you can implement it and start hitting the ground running and get success as soon as possible. And then once you have that success with that first target avatar, then you can say, hey, now I can expand. Now I can help this group, that the other group. But you have to figure out, how can I find the first group that allows me to be effective and build up my cash flow, and then build up capital. And then with that capital, there's more room for testing and more room to reach out to other people as well. Does that answer the question?
Oh no, that's
Oh,
amazing.
absolutely.
That's amazing. She talked about sales. She talked about marketing. She talked about everything in between. So you definitely you a guru when it comes down to your niche. Go ahead, Baraka. I know you have questions too.
No, I
Now,
mean, what I want to touch on is exactly what you said, Tjibaria, is, I think sales is so important. And I feel that everybody in the world should have to be in some type of sales
Yeah.
position, because it just helps out with so many day-to-day operations of your
Yeah.
business, of your, not even just your business, but
Yeah.
your personal life as well. There's so many things that you can pick
Absolutely.
up that effectively communicate with others. And then, I mean, of course, you can bring to your business as well. And one of the prime examples of this, and I'm sure you can attest to this as well, is, I do a lot of copy for Carlos. I create a lot of his text marketing, and, and a lot of that is exactly derived from my sales experience. Now, you
Yeah.
also touched on another thing, Tjibaria, that I really loved, and it was, people are afraid of making mistakes, right? So we all kind of touched on that previously. And we find that when we talk to business owners, this is the biggest constraint or bottleneck that we come across. So, if this hits you in the forehead, if I'm talking to some business owners out there that are like, they're paralyzed by fear, most
Yeah.
of the time what happens is they're paralyzed by perfection, right?
Yeah.
What you do, and again, Tjibaria, please stop me if I'm wrong, because I'm in no way a marketing guru. I look at you for that. But the marketing that we operate with at Credit Assassins, it's not about perfection. It's about frequency. It's about
Yeah.
volume,
Yeah.
which is exactly, again, aligned right with sales. It's one of the
Yeah.
first things that you learn within sales. It's not,
Yeah.
you don't have to be the best at the game. You just have to be the most frequent. So for
Yeah.
those individuals out there that are, they want to start marketing, they want to start doing things with their business, just like you said, hey, you get really excited about it for 2 days and then
Mhm.
you don't get excited anymore, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe you get like, oh, this isn't perfect. This video's
Mhm.
not perfect. This copy's not perfect, right? So
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
do it. Be Nike. Go out, just do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. I really, really agree with that. And I think one of the things that we always like to say to our students is two quotes. I don't remember who they are by, but they are really powerful. Number one is, if you keep on doing what you've always done, you're going to keep on getting what you've always gotten. So if you want change, you got to change your way. And
True.
so if people want to be able to have more money, more income, more success, more achievements, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
and with the current patterns, you haven't been able to achieve that, then understand you have to do something different. And also understand that it applies to the way how we think. Because
Yeah.
think about it this way, you guys help so many businesses, and I've seen the testimonials that you guys have gotten. Again,
Yeah.
if you guys have not yet followed these guys, make sure to do so. Their work is incredible. You guys
Thank you.
blew me away when we first spoke. Like, your platform is unbelievable. But
Thank you.
what I want to say here is that if your knowledge, the way how you help your clients so that they get success so quickly, if that was taught in school, don't you think they would be better off?
Oh,
I know.
100%.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. So we have to understand, where does it actually come from? Because we're not taught these things. We're not taught in school to make money. We're not taught passive
Yeah.
income 101. We're not taught how to become financially free. So
Yeah.
think about that for a second. What is actually producing that fear for failure? Now, I personally think, and also a lot of people that talk about this, like Grant Cardone or so many other big speakers out there, is that we're being conditioned in school, maybe not for the bad intentions, but it happens, is a result of it, that
Yeah.
we are fearing to fail a test, and we're fearing to therefore do those things that actually are not, is failure in my eyes doesn't even exist. It's just a staircase to success. If you place
Wow.
all these F,
I
this
like that.
and an F and then an F and then an F, it's the stairways to success. But because we're
Yeah.
conditioned like that, most people after school, they are numbed, and then all of a sudden they're like, okay, let me just play it safe because this is what everybody's doing. But
Yeah.
if you think about it, it's not serving you. So why? This is what one of our trainers in our community, his name is Seb. You guys know, right? Seb Williams. He always says this: what keeps you so loyal to a life that is keeping you so stuck? So that's what we have to understand. We shouldn't be loyal to that thought. Oh, I shouldn't fail. I should just go and do it. Listen to the advice. Learn from people that's got this
Yeah.
success. These guys over here. So that's one
Got it.
part. And then the second one is progress over perfection. Like, you're never going to reach perfection. It just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So you
True.
better make progression. And if you make progress, it's going to get better and better and better. I have made so many bloopers in my videos, in my stuff. But at the end of the world, also for that, ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody's gonna watch your bloopers. They are too busy with
Yeah.
their own stuff. So just
True. True.
follow
True.
keep put things out. Yeah.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. And I got to relate to you because doing videos too, I mean, doing content is not easy. At the beginning
Yeah.
was dreadful. And if I go back
Mm.
to one of my first videos, I mean, I'm like, I can't believe, I can't believe I still have that up. But something that I learned from Russell Brunson, he says, never take
Yeah.
that down because he shows the process that you've been going through. And he shows people
Yeah.
that you are real. It shows people
Yeah.
that you can relate. And not by no way
Exactly.
perfect. What makes me an expert in my field is because I take every day, I take the time to learn something new. And
Yeah.
every day, myself, Brock, and the whole team, I mean, we're learning new things every single day. And trust me,
Yeah.
we get stunned every single day by new things. But you know what? By the end of the day, there's something new that we learn. The following there's like, you know what, man? We feel so much better because now there's another
Yeah.
step. Like you said, there's failure is
Mm.
just a staircase to success. The
Yeah.
only thing that, as you said, is like that's why kids today, I mean, kids, when kids don't have a fear of failing. They just try
Yeah.
anything and everything. But little by
Yeah.
little, as they grow, that's what you said, they become numb. And that's
Yeah.
what we become conditioned. And that's what the education system, everybody talks about it. And we talk about it too. It's like, you know what? Unfortunately, we are where we are and we have a business because the opportunity has come because
Yeah.
there's a need and we found the solution for it.
Mm.
Because if people learn this in school, we wouldn't be in business. I would be doing something else.
Yeah.
we'll be doing something completely different. But again, yeah.
Mm.
So and again, you are completely right. You got to educate, but at the same time, you got to spend on someone that's already been there, and
Yeah.
it's done it for you. Meaning that they already made all the mistakes and teaching you the right path to actually follow, for you to shorten
Yeah.
that this is the distance between point A to point B.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And just to show you something as well, which is happening right now in this life, my little puppy is trying to eat my bracelet, and I'm trying to be so calm, cool, and collected, and
No,
getting my arm
I
away.
don't know. I don't know if you saw that. I pushed mine out because he was about to throw the whole camera down. We were about to actually lose me
Yeah,
Is it live?
but
live.
that is nice, right? Because it's real, and
So
and
it is,
why
yeah,
should we try to be perfect?
yeah,
And actually, this is a funny story. I don't know if you guys have ever heard this, but do you guys know that the Superman films, from out of all of superheroes, right?
yeah.
Superman films, they perform less, like in terms of how much cash they bring in, than, for instance, Spider-Man. Why? Because Superman is too perfect, difficult for people to relate to, whereas other superheroes are
Mm,
not as perfect. So if you try to be perfect, it's not even in your favor, because
that's true.
people resonate with people that are like them or that they aspire to be like. So if you
Correct. Yeah.
are just being yourself,
Hmm.
then people are like, hey, this person is like me. I like this
Yeah.
guy, or I like this girl. And that's so much more powerful. So
You
yeah.
know
I
what? The
love that.
funny thing, the funny thing, and I gotta agree with you, because every once in a while, when we actually, myself and Brock, we just start talking. Sometimes we go on live and we drink
Mm.
some liquor and we just get a little more lax and we start talking about things. Those
Yeah.
videos get more hits than anything else.
Yeah.
People start loving it. People start clicking on it. And you know, I
Yeah.
love myself. I love me some Brock when he start talking about, especially Navy Federal, and he start drinking. He loves it.
Yeah. Well, it's a little, but so Tjibaria, what we do in essence is we help businesses qualify and access business capital in
Yeah.
record time, right? And we do that
Yeah.
through, we work with so many different lenders, over 3,000 lenders, vendors, clearinghouses, and banks.
Yeah.
And we help businesses establish and build their business credit. So for us,
Yeah.
business credit is the cornerstone, should be the cornerstone of almost
Mhm.
every business, because
Mm.
without business credit, your business will not be able to capture those
Mm.
opportunities, right? You'll be surpassed by other businesses. And that's why we feel like business credit is so important. So,
Yeah.
we'd like to get your take on what business credit is for you. And do you think it's important or not?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Because if well, maybe my story is a little bit different, but I just look at it very, very simple in terms of being able to leverage money, leverage money from other people. And so I would not be where I am today if I did not do that. I literally wouldn't have been able to take the opportunity if I didn't go to the bank and get a loan, if I didn't go to my parents and have them invest in me. I wouldn't be able to do what I do today. So I think why I really resonate with what you guys do and how you help people so much, like business owners, to scale so quickly, is because exactly you guys show this is the pathway and this is how you get there much quicker. But the reason why some people are skeptical about that is because they, again, conditioned, are thinking that you can only do with whatever you have in your pocket. But if you look at the richest people and the way how they teach their children, like the richest people, they got the money and they still don't even use their own money.
Right.
So learn from that. Like Richard Branson, when he started Virgin Airlines, do you think he just used his Virgin record money and boop, all in? No, of course not.
Right.
He had all the money, but
Yeah.
maybe he used a portion of it to start it off. But he went to find investors. He went to find the credit. He went to find the loans that allowed him to take those big steps. So
Yeah.
what we need to understand is that when we play the money game, don't be blindsided that we only can do with what we have in our pocket, because the
Sure.
biggest business, like even last year, was it last year or beginning of this year,
Mhm.
Facebook, Amazon, Google, they got $1 trillion loans. Was it $1 trillion or $1 billion? I can't remember, but a
Billions.
lot of zeros.
Yeah.
And they got
Actually,
all of these loans,
yeah, correct. So
more
use
than the
Google.
money
Yeah,
exactly. And
correct.
to
Yeah.
be able to create all of that. Now, if the biggest players are even playing that game, why should we be like, no, I can only do it with the dollars in my pockets? Like that's limiting yourself. And
Yeah.
what you guys say, like, hey, wait a second, you want to scale in this way and you want to scale like that fast,
Yes.
you can leverage. And
Yeah.
that is powerful, because that's why your students get the successes so quickly. They're able to grow their business to the levels that they want to. And that is, yeah, that is powerful. So guys, once again, follow these guys. I'm not kidding.
Let's go.
No, thank you, appreciate it. And I know
Yeah.
your time is limited today because you have so many
Mhm.
other meetings and training that you got to go to. But we appreciate
Yeah.
your time today, and we appreciate
Absolutely.
being
Appreciate
with
you.
us. But before you
Mhm.
go, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yes.
What is Credit Assassins means to you?
Okay. To me, it means an entity that brings out the best in you and your business and allow you to achieve things that you never even thought you could achieve. And that by means of people that truly care about you and are there with you on the journey. People that allow you to come in contact with knowledge that you didn't even have, ways of getting funding that is unconventional, that are not even known to most people, only like the people that are totally up there, and also conventional ways. You guys also help people in how to not just get the funding, but you're able to scale the business. How do you operate when you have that budget? How do you then grow it so that you can make more and also repay whatever you want to repay, but also keep leveraging? What you
Yeah.
guys do is a one-stop shop, a one-stop entity that any business needs,
Yeah.
but with a good heart and good energy and good spirit. So yeah, I wholeheartedly
You know what?
endorse you.
That is the best answer we have gotten in the podcast.
Yeah.
I
So
love it.
far,
I love it.
hands
You know
down.
what? You know what? T was here. She's up there now.
Hey, by the way, do you guys know Harvey Specter from Suits? He says,
Yes.
"Life's like this. I
Yeah.
like this."
I like this. Right?
Yeah.
No,
So
but
awesome.
thank
So,
you. Thank you. Go
Tjibaria,
ahead, go
thank you
back.
so much.
Mm.
Now, for all of our viewers out there that want to get in contact with you and your team, how would they go about doing so?
They follow you guys, and once they are following you guys and they get their business empowered, then that is already energetically connecting. Follow you guys. That's what I
Guys,
say.
no matter what, she's trying to be modest. I'm still gonna put her link under this video so you guys can go ahead. Trust me, this is a marketing company. If you need a fix to your marketing company, anything between funnels and any type of marketing that you need to be fixed, this is who you should be calling to. So their link is gonna be in the bottom of this this video. Don't forget
Thank
to
you.
make sure you reach out to them. Okay.
Thank
All right.
you so much.
All right. Thanks again,
Sounds good.
Tjibaria.
Hey, I
You
appreciate
guys
it. Thank you for
too.
the time today. Wish you the best. He wants to say bye too. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Also,
All right, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye.
yeah.